Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because you are still in the hook. You got to pay this. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold. And let's get right into it, guys. Think about this. When people sell cars, there's a lot to cover in this video, by the way. When people sell a car, one thing that you have to do, especially in the state of California, is you file a notice to release liability. This is a form, and it is Form 138 with the DMV. And what it does is it notifies them that you're no longer responsible for this car. Now, Sabuza Williams had a car, a 2008 BMW X3. Started to have problems with it and decided to sell it. So his friends put together $1,000. They gave him $1,000 for the car. Now, the kiss of death that this guy did was he never filed a notice of non-responsibility with the DMV. So what happened was he started getting toll charges. He started getting parking tickets. And in 2024 alone, he got $38,000 for the parking tickets. And they're saying, well, who cares? It's yours. Now you can sit there and say, I don't own the car. It's tied to the car. No. What they will do is they will attach your earnings. They'll attach to your bank account. They'll attach to your tax refund. They'll make it so that if you have taxes, that'll get paid first with the state before your taxes will get paid. It's crazy. It's a lien on your account. Now, he's gone back and forth for this, and I got you the form, but I'm telling you guys, if you ever sell a vehicle, you know anybody that does this, the first thing that they have to do is they have to get themselves off that title. Now, the thing about California, as I researched this, I'm like, is this really this bad? Did this guy really do something wrong? No, what he did was by not filing this form, the state of California does a timestamp on it when you file this form. It's a PDF, looks like this. And when you file this, they stamp it and tell you, okay, that's when you stopped owning the vehicle. I'm telling you guys, I would literally, if I sold a car now, I'm going to take it to the DMV to make sure that that gets done. Now, if you sell a car through a dealership, they do the paperwork, they send it in, it's all electronic, and hey, you can say, did they get it? Yes, they've just been notified of this. Now, one thing that was funny was when I was assisting my son in buying a car, there was one dealership that, hey, listen, we have a problem with the state of Massachusetts where we're not connected to the DMV anymore. You have to do your own paperwork. And, I started researching and spoke to an attorney about this. He goes, yeah, because they've done things wrong. You want to buy a car from them? You think that they're going to keep their word? No, of course not. So I'm laughing at something that's not funny. But the idea with this is that you can be responsible for this. Now, I've sold vehicles in the past, and I've gotten toll road charges for this and gotten out of it because I said, wait a second, here's a copy of the form. And it used to be a real small little form that you just sent in, but now it's much more detailed. So take advantage of that and fill it out and send it in. Next thing is bargain shopping, guys, is dead. It is absolutely dead. And we've seen so many 99-cent stores go out of business. We've seen, the fact that people just don't have any extra money right now. Okay? Now, the next store to go down is Bargain Hunt. Bargain Hunt is a store throughout the Southwest that did millions and millions of dollars in sales. And somebody from the UK sent me this one. I didn't even know that this place was going out of business. But the idea with it is that 92 stores that are done. So here you've got a store chain, and they're just going to liquidate everything they have inside the stores. So, again, bargain shopping is dead. It's done. It's finished. People are not spending money. They're cutting back every way that they can. That's what's apparent. Now, one thing that's wild with the Trump administration is we're finding out all this different wasteful things that have happened, and it's shocking. But one thing that Donald Trump has looked into doing was getting rid of the penny. And as of right now, he stopped production of the penny because the lowest cost estimate to make a penny right now is just over 2 cents. It's worth a penny, guys. You can't print it and make it worth 3 cents, and that's been the highest estimate that we've seen. So to have a government that cannot make something for the value that it is something that is crazy. So they're getting rid of the penny, and that's going to be done. But the other thing that Trump has done, which I thought was funny, was wants to sign an executive order to get rid of paper straws. And let's face it, guys, paper straws suck. Okay, they really, really do. And I'm shocked um, that I mean, they just turn into mush in your mouth, and he wants to get rid of that. So, what do you think about this stuff so far? Now, let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. One thing that we've seen this week is gold hit another all time high. And one thing that we have talked about from all these different sources was that gold was going to hit $3,000 an ounce. I'm telling you guys, it is over $2,900 an ounce now, and it is on its way to $3,000 and then some. And now we've got experts talking about gold hitting $4,000 an ounce. You need to protect yourself. You need to contact number one rated Patriot Gold Group. Call them today, 888-330-1431. They will answer all your questions. It's very easy to do business with a company with such great customer service. They've been number one rated with Consumer Affairs for 9 years in a row. They've done well over $1 billion in sales, and they are a great company to do business with. But protect yourself, guys. Contact them today. IRAs, 401ks, they have the only IRA for life that's free for life on qualifying rollovers. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, guys. But when you look at all these banks that have talked about $3,000 gold, Jack brought up such a great point a few months ago. He's the CEO of Patriot Gold. We were talking about gold hitting $2,000 an ounce. Now we're talking about $3,000 an ounce, and the day has almost come, guys. So it's getting there. Call them today, 888-330-1431. Do it now before it's too late. One thing that we've talked a lot about over the years is alternative energy and alternative energy vehicles. There is a company that I did not even know was still in business, and it's called Nikola. Nikola was a hydrogen powered uh, tractor trailer that would be able to pull, it was a semi truck that would be able to pull these trailers. And it was going to be the most efficient company. In fact, the company was worth more than Ford was. It was worth more than $30 billion at one point. And this was just, 4 years ago. Well, what happened was the company went out and filmed an investor video where they showed the tractor trailer pulling a big load up a hill. Only problem was they filmed it backwards and they reversed the footage so it was going downhill, but it made it look like it was going uphill. Terrible. Trevor Milton, the CEO, he got convicted of securities fraud and went to jail for this. And I'm like, well, isn't that the end of the company? No, they're still open. And they're mulling bankruptcy right now because they're not making any money. What a shock. What an absolute shock. So, next thing is you've got, uh, speaking of value shopping and people going out of business, you've got multiple car wash chains around the country that are going out of business. Fuller Car Wash chain, they've got 10 locations, they're done. And then you've got Zips Car Wash LLC and all its affiliates. They've got almost 2 dozen places going out of business. So these major car wash companies are going out of business. People are not paying to get their cars washed right now. I mean, guys, this is it. This is where people are hunkering down and they don't have the extra money right now. That's what we're seeing everywhere right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I'm going to finish this video with these last couple of stories. First thing is Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business, filed bankruptcy, shut all its stores, and then was taken over by Overstock.com, and they were turned into a online sales company. Well, now the Kirkland store chains is going to put Bed Bath & Beyond inside their stores. And I was shocked. It's only an $8 million deal. So I was like, wow, you can buy an entire store chain for $8 million. That is crazy to think about how inexpensive that is. Final story today. There was a mail worker, okay, out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and Nikedra Shannon, she stole $24 million worth of checks. Okay. She worked for the Postal Service for less than 6 months and had a scheme with 3 of her friends that when checks would come through, she would take them. And she has to, pay, only cashed about $120,000 worth, but has to pay it all back and is going to do 60 months in jail. And her friends are going to do 54 months in jail. So, again, mail theft, mail theft, mail theft. I'm telling you guys, last year when we mailed the gifts out during Christmas, we had problems. Plus, it's very cool. People are sending videos and thank you notes and things like that for the wins that they got. So if you want to get a hold of me, send me a story, reach out and tell me you're unhappy about something, it's hello@iallegedly.com. And we someday we'll read the unhappy ones for you because we've got nothing but time in our hands. Okay? Onward and upward, guys. I'll see you very soon. Hope everybody's well.